Strap in, baseball fans, because today's MLB slate is nothing short of electric. From coast to coast, power hitters, ace pitchers, and high-stakes bullpens are ready to ignite the diamond. Every pitch could be a game changer, every swing could send the ball flying out of the park, and every inning is loaded with potential for massive upsets and clutch heroics. The Angels, Red Sox, Diamondbacks, and every team in between are bringing their A-game, and we're here to break down all the matchups, player props, home run threats, strikeout kings, total bases plays, and SGP, parlay angles that could turn your bets into pure profit. Whether you're chasing the big money on the run line, stacking a home run prop, or hunting the ultimate parlay, this slate has the firepower to make it happen. Game 1 of this pivotal series. Cubs rookie righty Cade Horton, 2-0, 3.98 ERA, 1.230 WHIP, 4.95 FIP, toes the rubber for Chicago, his explosive second-half ascent earning him the ball in a high-stakes opening tilt. His heat, curve, and composure have mirrored a modern-day Arrieta, but the question looms, can his burgeoning dominance hold when the stakes soar? Facing him is veteran Trevor Williams, slotted for the Nationals. Though once a stabilizing presence, Williams has stumbled this season, struggling with consistency and command. Act 2. Bullpen dynamics and season context. Chicago's bullpen has turned a new page, posting a 3.63 ERA for the season, a stark rebound from early struggles. That stabilization could prove vital late in the game. Meanwhile, Washington's relief corps remains shaky. As their core from past seasons is gone, untested arms like Cole Henry are stepping up. But can they hold when push comes to shove? Act 3. Betting landscape and analytics. Moneyline and spread. Cubs are strong favorites, commonly in the -145 to -194 megaliters range. Nationals sit at +118 to +162. Run line sits at Cubs -1.5, around +105 to +116. Totals OU generally estimated between 8.5 and 9.5 runs, with consensus leaning under due to Horton's dominance and Chicago's bullpen strength. Analytics edge. Cubs boast a stronger .260 BA, .334 OBP, .443 SLG versus Nats .243, .311, .394. Cubs pitching staff shows a 3.80 ERA and 1.24 WHIP, markedly better than Nationals' 4.99 ERA and 1.38 WHIP. Jake Irvin, a later matchup, shows a 5-1 record with 3.93 ERA, but this game 1 centers on Horton versus Williams. Act 4. Player props and value plays. Kyle Tucker, over 1.5 total bases, FanDuel quote at +170. Tucker's recent form and Nationals Park's hitter-friendly dimensions make this a standout play. Other props not in sources like home runs, strikeouts, or total bases from other Cubs bats are indirectly supported by team-wide ops numbers, but for depth, a premium subscription to WagerTalk PickDogs is advised. Act 5. Best bets, parlays and SGP ideas. Primary bets. Cubs ML, strong base. Cubs -1.5 RL, valuable if you expect dominance. Under 9 runs, leaning pitcher-driven outcome. Kyle Tucker over 1.5 total bases, handicap-friendly underdog in props. Parlay SGP pairing ideas. Cubs ML plus under 9 equals nice low juice combo. Cubs -1.5 plus Tucker over 1.5 terabytes equals ups the payout with calculated risk. If exploring same-game parlay SGP, Cubs -1.5 plus under 9 plus Tucker over TB, but watch for correlated risk, all reliant on Cubs' offensive success but limited scoring. Second game features a compelling duel. Jonah Tong, RHP, will take the mound for the New York Mets, facing off against Brady Singer, RHP, for the Cincinnati Reds. Tong comes in with a sparkling 1.80 ERA and 6 strikeouts in limited work this season. His rookie campaign continues its electric pace. Singer, a seasoned righty, carries a 12-9 record with a 4.08 ERA and 140 strikeouts, adding experience and depth to Cincinnati's rotation. Bullpens breakdown. New York's bullpen has seen recent churn, with Chris Davinsky sent down and Brandon Waddell recalled. Waddell's showing a 4.00 ERA over 27 innings, offering moderate reliability into late innings. The Reds, meanwhile, remain without their established closer Alexis Diaz, who's now with the Dodgers following a transaction that leaves Cincinnati's back end thinner, opening opportunities for middle relief arms to step up. Statistical and analytical snapshot. According to PickDogs, from a prior Reds-Mets series on July 20, Cincinnati has a team/line of .246, .318, .400 with 4.58 runs per game, while New York sits at .243, .322, .414 with 4.39 runs per game. The Mets pitching staff ranked 4th in ERA at 3.60, while the Reds hovered around 17th with a 3.89 team ERA. Odds and market angles. ESPN's matchup predictor gives Reds a slight edge, approximately 54.3%. The betting market typically reflects this as a tight contest. Expect Reds ML and Mets RL, plus 1.5, to trade at mild juice, with totals around 7.5-8.5 considering the pitcher's hold abilities. Prop focus. Jonah Tong over strikeouts. With his electric stuff and limited major league exposure, Tong's strikeout prop is a tempting overplay. Brady Singer strikeouts under. His 4.08 ERA and higher whip suggest potential inefficiency. Under his strikeout line may hold value. Total bases cuts. Look at Gavin Lux .275, .356 OBP, or Pete Alonso .271, .349, .524, for over TB plays, especially if Reds stack left Y Tong in early innings. Best bets and parlay combinations. Base bet. Reds moneyline, slight home edge with an experienced pitcher. Spread. Reds minus 1.5 could be playable if Singer lights up early. Total. Lean under 8. Tough pitchers and recent bullpen concerns suggest low-scoring trend. Prop leg. Tong over Ks, Lux or Alonso over TBs. SGP ideas. SGP combo. Reds ML plus under 8 plus Tong over Ks. Tightens the leash on a pitcher's dual narrative. Parlay. Reds minus 1.5 plus Alonso over TBs equals boosted juice with calculated multitask. Game 3 under the Comerica Park lights features a telling battle. Shane Smith RHP, 4-7, 3.81 ERA, 112 strikeouts gets the ball for the White Sox, while Jack Flaherty RHP, 7-13, 4.74 ERA, 169 strikeouts answers for the Tigers. Smith's 3.81 ERA reflects his occasional flashes of promise, but ballpark factors and lineup weaknesses weigh heavily. He's yet to prove he can go deep into games consistently. On the other side, Flaherty carries higher strikeout upside, and Michigan-born pride, though his 4.74 ERA and 1.29 WHIP point to exploitable inconsistencies. Narrative spark. From the White Sox's perspective, it's a chance for redemption, Smith looking to turn youth and raw stuff into a breakout. For the Tigers, Flaherty's slipstream of strikeouts and veteran guile could tilt the early frames. 2. Bullpen depth and team momentum. The Tigers' bullpen is healthy and in form, with relief depth bolstered by returning options like Kyle Finnegan. Though his status remains day-to-day after groin tightness, it's a boost when he's fully available. The White Sox pen, however, remains a patchwork, burdened by roster instability and limited high-leverage experience. The Tigers lineup, featuring power bats like Riley Green, 32 HR, 103 RBI, offers a prime target for Chicago's shaky relief core. 3. Analytics and offensive edge. Detroit brings the heavier offense. Green's 32 homers and Sosa's White Sox 19 homers and .265 average create a power contrast. Expect the Tigers to win slugfest battles in key spot at bats. No fresh pick dogs or wager talk data could be retrieved directly, but prior matchups suggest the Tigers hold edge in team era and run differential, especially with Skubal resting for this game. IV. Betting landscape and market. Lines. Though exact current odds aren't present, the betting trend generally leans toward the Tigers as favorites, given Flaherty's strikeout upside and home field backing. Total runs likely hover between 8 to 9, given combined offensive fire and pitching flaws. Watch for Tigers ML base investment. Tigers minus 1.5 RL if expecting early control and bullpen durability. Total over 8 lean, due to sluggers like Green and Sox middle of order bats. V. Player props worth targeting. Riley Green, over X total bases. With power metrics high and Flaherty's strikeout nature, Green breaking for multiple bases is a top value prop. Lennon Sosa, over HR or RBI. Sosa's steady bat and home park familiarity could land him in runs room. Flaherty, over strikeouts. At 169 kiloseconds, he's a strikeout grinder, line likely rich. Smith, under innings or over hits allowed. Capturing a short outing is viable. V. Best bets, parlay legs and SGP ideas. Core plays. Base bet. Tigers ML. Spread. Tigers minus 1.5, good value if Flaherty dominates early. Total. Over 8, expect fireworks. Prop. Green over TBs, Flaherty over Ks. Parlay combinations. Tigers ML plus over 8 equals high-powered dual parlay. Green over TBs plus Tigers minus 1.5 equals leverages both individual and team edges. SGP, same game parlay. Tigers minus 1.5 plus Green over TBs plus Flaherty over Ks. Titans payout focusing on Detroit's power and Flaherty's ceiling. Or, more balanced. Tigers ML plus over 8 plus Sosa over hour.